Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my editor and I have been listening to you, and we heard you about the birds, so no more birds. No more birds. We've listened to your concerns. You're tired of the birds, so no more birds. There we go. Birds are gone. Shut up! Skip it up and that up. Battlefield 2042. I just felt like moaning. Excuse me. It's a unfinished turd of a game. They're trying to polish the turd now, but the polish is not making the turd shiny. I just felt like talking about turds. I mean, this baffles me to this day. At launch, I haven't played the game. I'm not sure what features are still missing because I saw the giant Titanic-sized turd coming to hit the iceberg that is Battlefield 2042, so I had no interest in it. But these were things that were missing at launch. Okay, single-player campaign or story mode, which we've seen Call of Duty do the same thing. I personally never play the single-player modes of games like this, whether it be Call of Duty or Battlefield, but I can understand why you'd want it there. Server browser, which that is amazing to me. It didn't have that. Standard multiplayer game modes, such as Team Death. Like, how do you not have, same with Halo Infinite in the beginning, how do you not have Social Slayer, Team Slayer? I mean, they have it now. Cool. Okay, I'm happy. How do you not have Social Slayer or Team Slayer in a Halo game at Evolve? How do you not have a Team Deathmatch mode, which is what Team Slayer or Slayer is? They didn't have it. It was something that came after the game launched, which, okay, they did it, but it was just that right there shows alone that all of these games, yes, they did a huge improvement to Halo Infinite, but they all needed more time in the oven. But let's continue. Persistent lobbies, meaning you have to go back and go into a lobby again and go into another one. It doesn't just keep you in a lobby to set you up in another map for another match. A variety of in-game assignments. No class system, many character customization options. These are all things that are missing, keep in mind. Stats page in the game menu. Battle logs and stat trackers for other players. Global leaderboards. Custom emblem support. Spectator mode. Permanent community servers. Central US servers. And a weapons test range. These were not in a Battlefield game. And what did you expect? Like, did you go, oh, wow, this game really sucks and feels like an unfinished alpha? Yeah, you know what? I love it. It's Battlefield. It doesn't matter. It's a really unenjoyable experience, but it's Battlefield, so I'm going to buy it anyway. That's literally what they thought. And you know what? People actually spoke with their wallets this time, and it's affecting EA, and hopefully they learn a lesson they probably won't, but hopefully they learn a lesson from this, just like I learned to not engage with my birds as much. But I already broke that promise. But anyway, let's continue. Now, due to all this, they almost shut down the subreddit for Battlefield 2042. I'm looking right now. It seems like it's up and running, but they were thinking about it because people were getting ridiculous. Criticism, even harsh criticism, is okay, but it was going beyond that. I'm never okay with that, and people need to get lives. Battlefield 2042 was one of the worst reviewed games in Steam history. That's an achievement that I'm sure that EA wanted. Congratulations, EA, you won the prize. Well, due to the fact that the game is selling poorly or not selling to the numbers that EA wants, the negative reviews, the fact that it was basically an unfinished pile of crap when it came out, they're looking to make the game, or at least part of the game, free to play. You know that is the death knell when a company is like, hey, please play our game and maybe we'll get some microtransaction money from this, we beg you. Sure, maybe your friend spent $60 on it. Now he's going to be pissed off because you get to play this unfinished game for free. But please, this is going to work out well. Well, anyway, this comes from VG247.com. It's a short read. I'll read it to you, then we'll discuss. Things are evidently not going well over at Battlefield 2042 developer DICE. According to new information from one insider, EA, the game's publisher, is seemingly interested in exploring the path of free-to-play for a Battlefield game. That is interesting. It is no secret that Battlefield 2042 has not been the hit EA expected it to be. Though DICE continues to improve the game's technical state with patches, there is still a lack of content compared to past games. Battlefield 2042 has also disappointed many of its players and led to a major exodus, where the game's player numbers on Steam are regularly below those of Battlefield 5 and even Battlefield 1. There was even a point where more people were playing Farming Simulator than Battlefield 2042 on Steam. Let that sink in. Hopefully that helps. DICE's first comment in the new year didn't touch on any of the outstanding design problems or discuss future content/roadmap. According to new details from insider Tom Henderson, that is seemingly due to a lack of clarity internally about where the game is headed. It's headed to a grave. In a new video discussing the state of DICE, Henderson claims that EA is exploring potentially making one component free to play, though it's unclear at this stage which part would qualify. The thinking points to either Portal or Hazard Zone. The former is more likely, according to the report, because Hazard Zone only attracts a few hundred players each day, so it wouldn't make the best impression / convert players to the full game. As Henderson suggests, EA's earnings call is not far off, taking place on February 1st. There's a possibility the publisher will have more to share about the game's financial performance and what changes, if any, are being made to right the ship. You know, I've talked about this countless times, and I've been a hypocrite too, where we're given these unfinished games, we complain about them, I make YouTube videos about them, and we buy them anyway. It's our fault, including me. I'm not standing on a podium or a soapbox saying, you should, how dare you buy that? I've done it too. I've bought the games, and I know they're going to be unfinished. I've done it. I'm guilty of it. But this, how EA released Battlefield 2042, I think for the consumer was a bridge too far. I think that's the right saying, where it's like, this is barely a functioning alpha. At least for what it seems like. I didn't play it. I refused to play it. I just didn't care about it. There was so much other stuff coming out. And honestly, on top of it too, what I saw didn't impress me that much. And I always had kind of a mixed relationship with Battlefield anyway. The last time I really enjoyed a Battlefield game, the multiplayer, was Battlefield 3. That's over a decade ago now. So not only did it not seem impressive in general, I'm not a big Battlefield guy, but I know a lot of people that are. And I know a lot of people that bought it. And I know a lot of people that were very pissed off because they got a broken product. And word spread, and people were like, yeah, I'm not buying this. That people finally put their foot down and said, no, damn it. I'm sorry, I almost knocked you over. No, damn it. I'm not buying a broken game. And you know what? Now it's hurting their bottom line. That's when companies pay attention. If they could do the most anti-consumer things on the planet, if you're still buying their stuff, they don't care. They don't care. It's like, look, they're going to buy it no matter what unfinished crap we give them. And I always bring up the example because it's true. Look, things happen and there's recalls and stuff like that. But could you imagine every time a company released a new car, there were issues with it? It's like, oh, we'll patch it in later. Or imagine like there was something wrong with the front wheels. They're like, drive it around. Hopefully you don't get in an accident. We'll have an update for the car to make sure its front end is more stable down the line. Good luck out there. No, it would never happen. No, I understand playing a video game, you aren't going to, God forbid, hurt yourself or someone else, a car you could crash. I get that. So that's why the standards must be much higher. But any other product people would flip out at, even products that don't cause a danger like cars. Maybe that was an extreme example, but anything else, like, this is unfinished. This isn't working properly. Why are you touting a product that has these features that they're not working, or at least working yet? It annoys me with TVs. They were doing that before the 9th gen consoles came out. PS5. Oh, don't worry. It'll have variable refresh rate eventually, we think. So buy the TV now, and hopefully that feature that you're really looking for, we could patch in down the line with the firmware update. It's got to stop, man. And I'm glad that people are like, screw this. I'm not playing this game. It sucks. I'm not supporting it. I'm not buying it. And now it'll put pressure on EA to make a better product next time. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.